In the world of business, we're often told it's a zero-sum game. You either focus on profits or you focus on people. But what if that's just a false choice? Today, we're going to dive into a powerful theory that argues the most profitable thing a company can do is actually focus on its humanity. And this whole idea started with one really remarkable thinker. So, let's get right to the heart of it. This is the question, isn't it? For decades, it's been framed as this big dilemma. You can care about your employees' well-being, or you can care about shareholder value. But what if the two aren't just compatible, but are actually fundamentally linked? To find the answer, our story starts in a place you would probably never expect. It's far from the corporate world, in a setting where leadership and human dynamics are tested under the most extreme pressure imaginable. So, let's meet the man behind these ideas, Dr. Vikas Bhatnagar. He's a scholar, he's a corporate leader, but his journey to understanding the modern workplace, well, it didn't start in an office. It started somewhere far, far more demanding. Yeah, forget that typical path from business school to the executive suite. His foundational lessons on what makes people tick, what truly motivates them, and how you lead a team, they didn't come from any textbook. Right. His leadership philosophy was forged as a distinguished veteran in the Indian Army. It was right here, in this high-pressure environment, that he learned a fundamental truth. Real success is built on discipline, duty, and an absolute, unwavering focus on your people. This idea became the bedrock for everything that came next. So, after his military service, Dr. Bhatnagar entered a completely new battlefield, the corporate world. And it was here that he came face-to-face with the very problem his work now aims to solve. He went on to spend over 18 years in senior leadership roles. And we're talking about top multinational companies, Bayer, Dr. Reddy's, you name it. He climbed all the way to Chief Human Resource Officer. And from that vantage point, at the very highest levels of management, he kept seeing this troubling disconnect, a huge gap between what organizations said they valued and the actual well-being of their employees. Now, seeing this didn't just frustrate him, it really drove him. He made a huge leap, moving from the corporate world into deep academic research, completely determined to find a framework that could finally bridge that gap. And that's where his groundbreaking work really began. This journey led him to develop what he calls the theory of profitable humanization. And the core idea is pretty revolutionary. It says that humanizing your company, actually focusing on employee happiness and their strengths, isn't just some nice-to-have fluffy concept. No, it is the most direct and sustainable path to profitability. It basically flips the entire traditional business model right on its head. This slide just lays it out so perfectly. You look at the old model on the left, right? It treats people like cogs in a machine, just resources to be managed for a quick profit. But Dr. Bhatnagar's human-centric model says, no, people are the very purpose of the organization. And if you focus on their well-being, long-term value is the natural result. It's a total paradigm shift. And this quote from his research just nails it. Instead of seeing a company as just a machine for making money, he asks us to reframe the whole thing. Think of it as a system designed for enabling human happiness and unlocking all of that incredible potential. Okay, but a theory is only as good as its application, right? So how do you actually build an organization like this? Well, Dr. Bhatnagar's work gives us a really clear roadmap, and it's all about new models of leadership. First up is something he calls dharmic leadership. Now, this concept comes from the ancient Sanskrit word dharma, which means something like the right way of living or finding your true purpose. And it's meant to tackle a very modern problem, that feeling of meaninglessness so many people have at work. It pushes leaders to align their company's goals not just with profit, but with a deeper ethical duty to their employees and to society as a whole. And building on that is his idea of conscious leadership. This is all about leading with a heightened sense of awareness, being aware of yourself, of your team, and of your organization's real impact on the world. It's about elevating both performance and purpose together. And he makes it incredibly practical. His model for creating these conscious leaders has 4 really clear steps. Step 1, focus on what your employees are naturally good at. Why? Well, decades of research show that when people use their strengths, they're more engaged, they're more innovative, they're way more productive. It's about unleashing potential, not just fixing weaknesses. Step 2, create a safe environment where people feel like they can actually speak up without fear. Step 3, align the company's actions with that deeper ethical purpose, that dharma we talked about. And finally, step 4, develop leaders who are self-aware and are driven by that purpose. It's a complete system for transformation. So, what's the real-world impact of all these ideas? I mean, this isn't just theoretical stuff. These concepts are already shaping the future of work by influencing the very institutions that train our next generation of leaders. Now, this number, 6, it might not look like much, but let me tell you, it's a huge deal. Dr. Bhatnagar has had 6 major articles published by AACSB Insights. To put that in perspective, that's the official publication for the global body that accredits top business schools. Think Harvard, Wharton, INSEAD. This means his work isn't just a theory anymore. It's actively shaping the curriculum for the next generation of CEOs. Okay, so let's boil all of this down to 4 key takeaways for any leader out there. First, humanize to profit. Your people are your greatest asset, not a line item on a spreadsheet. Second, lead with purpose, or dharma. Connect the work to something that actually matters. Third, unleash strengths. Stop trying to fix everyone and start focusing on what they do best. And finally, be conscious. Real, impactful leadership always starts with self-awareness. Dr. Bhatnagar's work really gives us a powerful new lens to look at our own organizations. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What is one single thing your workplace could do, starting tomorrow, to become just a little bit more human?